Hey, I'm Kevin. Welcome to another episode of the Real World Explosion Recaps with me, like I said, Kev, and we're in episode 8. And the episode starts with Brian talking with Corey, and they're talking about what happened last night and what they were thinking and what Brian was thinking. It seems like Corey and Brian are in the same page. They're getting along, and that's great. Then Brian is waiting to tell Jenny about the kids, and I think this is very immature of him because um, this is what you have to do. Like, if you want to be honest. Jay and Jenna have been going out for 2 years, but they don't have a title. And Jenna wants a title, but Jay is like, I don't need a title. I like you. Like, we're fine like that. And Haley and Thomas is now talking about how Haley, if Haley brings a guy home, she would disrespect Thomas, and I think that is bullshit. Like, Thomas, like, whatever, like, you're dating a girl in front of your ex, so if she is not free to bring a guy home, I think that is fucked up for him to say that. I mean, she is free to do whatever she wants. She is a grown woman, and like, I don't know why even like Haley is taking in consideration what he has to say, and like, I would be like, okay, if you don't want me to have one, I'll bring someone just to get you mad. And then then we have Thomas talking about Haley, like the way she was, what was the thing that hurt him the most, the way she cheated on him and how he found out, and it's just like saying what happened and the story with him and Haley. At this point, Brian feels bad because he knows he kissed the girl. He knows he's gonna tell Jenny, but he does not know when, what time is the right time to do it. And he is like feeling bad that he did it, and it really goes to show that he really cares for the girl, but still you kissed another girl. So I don't know. And then Jenna's talking with Jamie about the title, and she really likes Jay, and they really enjoy each other. But Jenna doesn't want to be friends or whatever they are. She wants to be a couple. She wants them to be official. Um, so Brian is still deciding when is the right time to tell her. So they're going out to eat, Brian and Jenny. So he's like, this is the perfect time for me to tell her in a public place. She cannot do anything stupid. Well, they're in the place, in the restaurant, the bar, whatever it is, and he decides to tell her, and he seems very calm, and you can just see Jenny's face turn from happy to I'm gonna rip your head off. Okay, that's CT, and eat it. Well, and I'm gonna like kill you. And it's really funny because they're in a public place and she has to contain herself to not slap him or do whatever she wants to do with him right now. And there's a lot of, well, Thomas was saying that he shouldn't tell that. I mean, why he wouldn't say that when later on when she sees it, she's gonna see what he's done. So I think it is a smart idea because you're being honest in the time. How about if she just finds out by you by watching the show? I mean, that would not be cool at all. So I totally agree with Brian. Tell her right now. Why would I tell her later? So at this point, she even said, I want this guy to have my kids. Like, I want to have my kids with this guy." And at this point, she's really pissed. They're going walking home, and you can see Jenny's pissed, and she is speed walking. She is going fast, and Brian is just letting her, and he's being on the back. They get home. Jenny goes in and locks out Brian, which is really hilarious. And Brian is just outside and he's like, "Guys, can anybody let me in, please? Guys, it's Brian." And that is just hilarious. I have to add that before this, Jamie and Jay go to the gym, and he is flirting with other girls, and he's getting numbers, and she is pissed because she feels that Jenna is being disrespected, and I kind of do so too, because what is she? Is she your girlfriend? Is she not your girlfriend? Like, I do not understand what's going on, but I mean, I really feel bad for Jenna, and I kind of see where Jamie's coming from, but she is, she's too intense and she's too in there budging in, and she really gets pissed off and she says she is lost respect for Jay. Now Brian and Jenny talk, but this is not a cute talk. They're kind of arguing, and Jenny is, of course, at this point pissed. But I mean, come on. So next, they're going to the club, and Jamie's playing wingwoman for Haley because she really wants to have fun and she wants to get a guy. But when Thomas sees this, he is just furious, and Jamie gets mad. And I do not understand why. Like, you have a girlfriend, like, let the poor girl be. Let the poor girl be. Like, okay, she might not be that innocent, but come on. So the guy that Haley was talking is German, and he's an exchange student, so she gets the number. But then a little bit later, Jenny's dancing with the same guy, and she's like, and Hazel is like, whatever. So at the end, when they get pissed off, Haley walks. Well, she's outside. Before Haley walks out the club, like, Thomas was being super mega rude with her, and he was calling her a bitch and stuff like that, and I'm like, whoa, 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 okay. And you can see, hey, Ashley's long gone. um you can see Jenny, and you can see the German guy making out in the back of the club. And it is so funny because she's like, oh my god, after they were not gonna be here, they have to get everything. They have to get everything that she was hiding. And she starts laughing, and then she's like, whatever, and she starts making out. But before this, I think Brian saw that they were making out, so it's like, it was like her payback for him. But while in the club, when Jenny was talking with the German guy, Corey knew that this was gonna cause more drama later on in the house. So he goes and tries to talk with Jenny, and the German guy's like cock block. And then Jenny's like, why is he motherfucking cock blocking me? Like, I thought you were in my side. Like, the thing that I don't need right now is Corey and Brian to be in the same side, because they're gonna take over me. So no, they go home, and then the originals do a confessional except Ariel, and I thought that was really cool in a sense. Yeah, it was pretty cool that all the originals did a confessional. So at this point, Jenny's gonna talk to Corey and ask him, like, which side are you in, his or mine? And then Brian comes in and he starts talking, and Jenny was making a song or rapping about, you're not getting this no more, you are a douche and this and that. And I thought that was so freaking hilarious. One of the best moments. And then Jenny and Brian start arguing, and Brian starts getting pissed, and Jenny is pissed, and they're arguing, and Brian says bitch. And at this point, like, as soon as he said bitch, bam, a slap. And then Brian gets even more mad, and then Brian is like, come, slap me again. And Jenny is like, alright, you want me to slap you again? Bam, another slap. And then that's when Corey comes and grabs her, and it's just like chaos from there. But while this is happening, or before this is happening, there is a talk with Jay, Jenna, and Jamie, which Jenna won't speak up for herself and be like, you know what, I do love you. Why won't you say it back? Come on, I won the title. Like, it's been 2 years, that's what's going on. So, and then Jamie comes in and is like, this girl won't say what she needs to say. She won't stand for herself, so I'm gonna do it for her. And at this point, I'm like, don't barge in, Jamie. But you know what? She is kind of right. Just a little bit right. Like, I feel bad for Jenna. So at this point, Jamie is in the middle of Jay and Jenna, and they're like arguing and like, what do you love her? And like, what is your business? So at this point, Jay is just out of it. Like he doesn't care for Jamie no more. He feels blindsided, and and as asking Jenna why would she be talking about not being happy with Jamie and not telling him, and then we go back to Jenny. It's just like arguing, like back and forth, back and forth. Then we go back with Jenny, and they're arguing, and like it is just chaos. Like and then Ariel comes in and tries to pull over Brian, and at this point they're still arguing. Brian is still trying to get Jenny mad, and at this point Jenny is like kicking him, like karate kicking him, like whatever, and it is just so funny to watch. And Brian at this whole point is like holding Jenny back, but he is laughing. And then finally the security guy comes and he's just standing there, and then Corey's like, dude, this is your job, you do it. And he's just laughing. I thought that was so funny. So anyways, at the end I thought it was so funny how she kicked um Jenny, and she is trying to punch him and kick him, and it's just so funny. So after this, Jay is going, just went back to bed, and Jenna's behind him, and she is like crying and speaking up, and I was like, I've never thought Jenna's voice could go this hard, this loud, and it's funny. So the next day they have a house meeting, and Jay's like, I thought we were a family, but I guess we are not a family no more, cause this shit doesn't happen in families and this and that. So that's it. And then Jenny is like, okay, I'm not gonna hit him, but I don't want him in my room. He's not gonna be sleeping in my room. He goes, she goes and grabs all his clothes and starts throwing them. And then Brian gets pissed off, like, those are my personal belongings. Like, don't touch my stuff. Like, if you don't want me here, tell me and I freaking move. So he goes and moves to, I guess, Lauren's bed now, and that's his new place. And that was the whole episode. So sorry, I gotta say it, but my shirt is like the same color as my skin, so it looks like I have a tattoo on it right here. So thank you for watching. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and all that good stuff. And thanks for watching. See you later, alligators. Bye bye.